Hello and welcome to this edition of Ask Dr. Robyn. I'm Dr. Robyn Silverman, child development expert and creator of your Powerful Words character system. Happy January 2010. Today's letter is from Carla in Baltimore, Maryland, who writes, "My son is a good-hearted kid, but he can also be very selfish. Sometimes he does things that hurts his sister's feelings, and this happens a lot with his friends as well. He says he doesn't mean it, he feels bad. Can I teach my child to be more empathetic, or is this just the way it is?" Well, thank you, Carla. I appreciate your question. Empathy is the ability to take a walk in somebody else's shoes so that we can see things from somebody else's perspective before we take an action or we make some kind of choice. Empathy is more than just caring. It's about expressing concern. It's about asking ourselves, how would I feel if I were in that person's place? Now, these skills are strengthened through practice and watching our mentors and our peers make really good choices that show empathy. So here are 5 suggestions to help you strengthen your child's empathy skills. Number 1, teach children that empathy can feel good. Empathy does not mean that you need to put yourself in harm's way. Empathy can still be used to benefit other people as well as ourselves. So let's say that a little girl named Marie sees Joe skin his knee outside. She goes in to an adult, she tells them that Joe's hurt. Joe gets the help he needs. Marie feels really good about herself because she made some good choices. So Marie benefits as well. Now, if she chose something else, she decided to ignore her impulse, not help Joe, she'd probably feel pretty bad about herself. And Joe, of course, would feel bad as well. So we want to teach our child, if somebody is in pain, we need to think about it, do something. Now, another way we can do this is by providing an opportunity for our child to identify with others, fill the needs of others. They're going to experience empathy skills if they're doing charity work, citizenship work. This helps people feel better when we help them in these ways. So help them hand out presents in the hospital. Help them to think about how they can help a neighbor, maybe a garden, an elderly neighbor, bring in the groceries. They can help serve others, and those people benefit, and they can benefit as well. Our children can benefit as well from feeling so good about themselves. Number 3, teach your child to take a powerful step, S-T-E-P. When facing choices, I like to take them through this process. So STEP stands for stop, think, evaluate, and proceed. Children take a moment to think through their choice in that time and how it's going to affect other people before acting. When they consider how their actions are going to affect other people, they're using empathy skills. Number 4, role play with your child. This could be as basic as, pretend I'm a boy who skinned his knee. How do you think I'm feeling? What could you do to help? What could you say or do? Or imagine I'm your sister and you just called me a name. How do you think I'm feeling? What could you have done differently? Let's role play it. Let's go through it. You can also have them go through an actual role play if they're unsure about how they should act at all. You can switch roles and work through it with them. This process is also something that you can do when real life is happening. If your child has made a poor choice and you want them to think through it. So, for example, they did call their sister a name, they did make a bad choice, and you say to yourself, wait a second, let's stop. So you say to them, let's take a step back. Your child can take a step back, think through what they did, but also have a chance to rewind and role play or do it over and do it right. Number 5, model empathy whenever you can. Your children learn from watching people who they trust and they admire, like you. So when you show them ways to be empathic with your friends and with your family, you're reinforcing the message that compassion is really important. Now, you might do this all the time, but we want to speak these things out loud. For instance, you might say, "Your teacher, Mr. Murray's in the hospital. How do you think he might be feeling? I think he might be feeling unhappy. Maybe we should bring him some balloons to help him feel better. What do you think?" Children are going to imitate you. Now, these are just some suggestions to help you and your child get started on the path to make more compassionate choices. That's all the time we have for today, but please be sure to send in your questions because it may just be featured next time on Ask Dr. Robyn. I'm Dr. Robyn Silverman, child development expert and creator of your Powerful Words character system. I hope you have a very happy new year. Thank you everyone for joining us. Have a wonderful day and a powerful month. Goodbye.